Hi, I'm Masterlukey, former UFC fighter. This is my commentary on GSP retiring. The first thing he says is, it takes discipline to retire on top. And that's something that martial arts in general teaches, is discipline. And the reason why he was so successful is because of this reason. He was very focused and determined, and he stuck to the game plan, and he won his matches. He did take damage in his fights, and I believe that's the reason why he has retired and says that he doesn't want to retire too late. And what that means is he doesn't want to be receiving brain trauma to the point where he's getting knocked out. Like some of these fighters, they keep going, they get knocked out, they come back, they get knocked out again, and it becomes easier and easier to get knocked out. That's a sign of, brain injury and CTE. The precursor to CTE, which is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Brain damage is the worst kind of injury because it literally equals death. I'm sorry to say. You can break a leg, you can really hurt yourself, but if your brain shuts off, that's it. Nobody knows what's going on in the head of somebody like Gary Goodrich, who's a former Ultimate Fighter who, has that condition. And that's why I had to stop. I didn't realize it at the time, but something wasn't right. And I just wasn't into it anymore. GSP says he's not as angry as he used to be. And that's a sign of low testosterone. You have the angry young man. He wants to change the world. He's full of testosterone. But GSP, he's not full of his own testosterone anymore. And I'm not going to accuse him of taking steroids. But I will say that I take herbal supplements which stimulate my own testosterone. I'm not taking exogenous testosterone. I'm not getting testosterone injected into me because there's nothing in nature that comes in as an isolate. People get kidney stones from taking vitamin C supplements because there's no vitamin C by itself in nature. If you think of all of the high vitamin C content foods, they all have bioflavonoids, and for every ingredient or, chemical in nature that they find, there's still more that they haven't found. So testosterone is just one element of a hormonal balance. And I'm still angry. I still have all of my hormones because I'm stimulating them with herbs, and I'm not taking just testosterone injection. But that's me. I do things differently than most people. I'm building a league of champions, which is an MMA sparring league with no head contact and a point scoring system that rewards action instead of damage. Speaking of damage, GSP's proudest moment. He says he came back from a head kick against Carlos Condit. He got knocked down and he came back, and that was his proudest moment. And I think people love a comeback. And not only am I making a comeback, I'm planning a takeover of the industry. And I'm going to do that with my League of Champions by bringing it to the level of Ultimate Fighting so that people like GSP can cross over and still make a living. I'm not afraid of you, GSP or anyone. I've sparred with UFC champions, back even when I was doing head contact. I sparred with UFC heavyweight champions. And when you're sparring, you're supposed to be working with each other to help each other get better. And that's how MMA can be a sport again. And not what it is now, which is a spectacle. GSP says retiring on top is the only way you should do it. Yes, I agree. The only way is that no one should be hurting themselves in a cage. No one should be allowed to hurt someone else in a cage. No one should be allowed to make money putting people to hurt each other in a cage. And I know that nobody is going to make MMA illegal, so I'm going to be the one to do it. I'm calling my shot right now. First, I'm going to make it obsolete, the current rule system, with my League of Champions. Then I'm going to run for office on the platform of Make America Safe Again. No head contact. No junk food. But that's another story. George St. Pierre, he says his hero is Wayne Gretzky. Not just because of his athletic accomplishments, but because he's a good role model. GSP, you can be a good role model. Come around to the League of Champions and teach all of the up-and-coming martial artists how to do it safely. Like the warriors of old, we protected the innocent. We didn't teach them how to hurt people if they could avoid it. Okay, I'm all for self-defense. And I teach self-defense. But I don't teach walking into a cage knowing that it's potential for traumatic brain injury. And that's what the promoters are doing now all over the world, and I won't stand for it anymore. I need your help. Join the League of Champions. I'm talking to you, who's watching, and GSP and everybody who fights. We gotta fight the good fight. Fight to protect the innocent. For all people. For all time. Masterlukey. I'll be back. Stay tuned. And as always, connect with me 24/7 on my website, all my social media, and contact information, even my phone number is there. So I look forward to hearing back from you, and you'll hear back from me soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.